Thank you. Yeah, me all. Welcome to eMigr8 Open Day for the month of February, right? Thank you guys for joining. We are going to be answering questions as regard any visa type. So today is open. If you have a question, please put it in the chat with regards to any visa type that you are processing or you want to know about, right? Please put the questions in the chat. eMigr8 is a tech-enabled pathway to relocation and settlement. If you're just joining us for the first time, we focus on tech-enabled pathway to relocation and settlement. We don't do student, we don't do health, we don't do any other route, but we focus on making you globally attractive and putting you in a position to get sponsorship for job and to be able to move your business and your skill set and your ideas to a new market, be it the United States, be it Canada, with via the Canada O1 visa, Canada startup visa, or the US O1 visa, or be it the UK technician or Australia technician. We have coaches and we have communities, right, that would assist you and help you navigate those paths if that is your path, right? So welcome to today's edition, right? So today we're going to be focused on um today we're going to be focused on general coaching session, right? Which is open coaching session. I'm going to be taking a lot of questions. So if you have questions with regard to any of the visa route that we are processing, please, it's a fantastic day to put those in the chat, and I'll get to all the questions. Right. So we focus again. Remember, we focus on tech-enabled visas, right, and making you globally attractive, right? Previously on our general open day, we have spoke extensively on various visa routes, right? We've spoke extensively on move to the US, move to the UK. We've had sessions on US O1 visa. We've had sessions on um, UK technician visa. We've had sessions on UK innovator founder visa. We've had sessions on Canadian startup visa, right? So these editions are on YouTube. So with a simple search and for eMigr8 on Google, on YouTube, you come across our videos. So I advise that you binge on them, and if you have any question, come over to our communities, and we have coaches that will trash those questions, or we'll be able to offer guidance, right, to those questions, right. Our coaches are not just individuals that have head knowledge of this visa. They are individuals that have processed this visa, gone through this route, so they can coach you through the do's and don'ts and what the assessors are looking out for, right? So when I say we have coaches, these are the people we're talking about, right? And so we have a lot of coaches, largely from our success stories. Also, we've had a lot of success stories within the community, and those people have graduated to become coach. So you might be in the audience today, and you might be wondering, how do I get through this? A time will come where you too will be a coach, sharing your knowledge and sharing your insight on how you navigated the journey. But that doesn't go to say that our coaches are just success stories, but they've also dedicated time and effort in researching more about the visa route over the years, right? So every now and again there are updates, and it's the coaches have spent more time updating their CV. They spent more time updating their knowledge bank on the new changes that the various immigration officers are implementing. Right, the visa immigration desk or home office, as the case may be, are implementing. So today is a general open coaching session. For 2024, we have a campaign going on, which is settled in the UK as a tech talent, right? This is open to everybody. So if you're a founder, a C-suite leader, or a tech enthusiast and you want to settle in the UK, we have settled in the UK as a tech talent program going on, right? And this gives you option. This option is available to beginners and experts, right? It also allows you move with your spouse, right? It also allows you move with your spouse. It is also available for you to switch visas. And so if you're currently on a particular visa in the UK, and you want to switch visa, this route also support that, right? And what you need is a bit of time. An equity investment is required, right? And we have an equity pool for about 10K to 75K investment. Now, this is broken down through the various segments of the visa route. So it's not just, don't just look at it as a ballpark figure, but it's broken down. And when you book a session with a coach, we are able to explain and break this down further and to you. So let's take advantage of this. In 3 to 6 months timeline is the timeline generally that we look at for the setting in the UK as a tech talent. It's a 3 to 6 month timeline. So looking at this timeline, we should be able to progress you to the point where you are either switching visa in the UK or you're settling in the UK, right? So that it's ongoing. You want to take advantage of that currently if you are looking to move to the UK, right? Yeah, and that route is open to settlement, right? It is very open to settlement. Uh, um, Next editions of the eMigr8, we'll be looking at the innovator founder visa. We'll also be looking at technician visa route. There's a bit of update. The technician guide, the whole technician as a whole just released the report for 2023, and they're marking their 10th year anniversary at technician, right? And there's a lot we want to share in subsequent edition about technician and the updates and the report itself. So you want to stick around and pay attention to when we're talking about technician. We also have sessions about moving to the US and moving to Canada. These sessions will be communicated to you in due time, right? So move as tech talent via eMigr8. So what is eMigr8? Who are we? Like I said earlier, we're a tech-enabled pathway. We're a tech-enabled platform that allows you access pathway to relocation and settlement, leveraging on your tech skills, right? We generally are here to make you globally attractive, right? We're here to make you globally attractive. So who are we looking out for? Folks with tech CVs, right? When I say tech CV, you are a tech entrepreneur, you are a tech enthusiast, you are a tech technology expert already, you're just getting into tech, right? We can help build your CV within our community to make you globally attractive. And the side effect of being globally attractive is the fact that nations will offer you visas and invitation to come set up your business or to come to the economy and contribute to the economy either by taking paid employment or starting up your business, your tech business in those community, right? So it's what we do. We focus squarely on tech. So for eMigr8, what does it cover, right? Why should I leverage an eMigr8? What are the perks, right? What am I going to get if I'm in this platform? Generally, we have information sessions like this, which are generally free, right? It's open to everyone. All right, general inquiry session. We have coaching sessions. We have assessment and qualification sessions, right? We have self-directed roadmap to qualify you as a tech-enabled visa, whether you're looking at the UK or you're looking at Australia, you're looking at Canada, right? We have roadmap to a global attractive tech profile. These are things within our ecosystem, within the eMigr8 platform, we can help you harness and help you refine, right? So we also do review of technician application and review of the technician application process, right? So if this sounds good to you, it gets even better, right? These sessions, we have both free and premium sessions, right? So we have both the free sessions and we have both the premium session. The free sessions that we're having today, which is generally free, right? We're looking at information. We're here to give out information. We're here to answer question with everything regarding immigration. So yeah, so the sessions are generally free. So we have the eMigr8 community. I was going to say economy. eMigr8 community that is free to join. It's on WhatsApp. It's on Telegram. It's a robust community. It's on LinkedIn. It's a robust community that a vibrant and robust community that allows you ask questions and tag team with someone that is on the same journey with you to make your process easier. So you can ask questions, and there are coaches in this community that would answer questions for you. We have introductory videos that are free. We have introductory videos that are free. We have eMigr8 coaching sessions. There are free sessions and there are paid sessions. Like, so that takes me to the premium package for eMigr8. Now, with the free sessions, you can actually go from 0 to 100, right? But if you are switching careers, or you're a C-suite leader, you don't have the time to be able to do this yourself. We have the premium package that allows you still process the same visas that you're looking out for. So we have the eMigr8 Circle. It's a premium community, right? We have and it's on WhatsApp. We have the personalized coaching session. We have standard package that we can curate for you. We have introductory videos also, and we can also do introductions, right? We also have the eMigr8 Premium Services that is it's a full-fledged program from 1 to 2 years, where we take you for a beginner, we can take you through the various steps and gradually progress you to a point where you are globally attractive. And of course, there are custom services depending on your uniqueness and your peculiarity. We have custom services that can be tailored to suit your schedule. All right. So if you're interested in any of these sessions, go to beacon.net/eMigr8, right? And that would be the platform you want. That would be the platform you want to log in through and register, and we would get back to you. One of our coaches and admin staff will be in touch with you. Like I said, today we're doing general information session, which is inspiration and information session. So we are going to be asking questions, sharing stories, and just generally going through the various visa routes that we at eMigr8 that we cater for, or we have coaches that can coach you through, right? So eMigr8 packages and countries and the various visa type that we focus on. Generally speaking, so if you're looking at, okay, I'm looking at the UK, for example, does eMigr8 focus on the UK? Or I'm looking at the US, for example, is there an eMigr8 package for the US? So yeah, this is the answer to that question, right? We have moved to the UK as a global talent, which is the tech talent visa that is targeted at the UK community. Move also to the UK as an innovator founder. This used to be called the startup visa, the UK startup visa. It was merged together with the innovator visa, so it's now called the UK innovator founder visa. Right, this is focused on the United Kingdom. We also have moved to the US as a global talent. This focuses on the US O1 visa for extraordinary and talent and achievement and abilities. I like to always put a caveat when I say this, because everybody has extraordinary achievement. You just have to sit with somebody that can curate your achievement and tell your story in such a way that it is convincing, right? And that's why we have coaches in the eMigr8 platform to help you do that. We also have moved to Canada as a startup founder. So if you're thinking of moving to Canada and you have a startup business that you think appeals to the North American market, Canada might be a good place for you to start from, right? So we have the Canada startup visa, right? Um, Move in 2024. This talks about the different visa route across UK, US, Canada, France, and Germany, right? We have a campaign ongoing for that at the moment. So I spoke about it earlier and I will still speak about it shortly. We also have the UK enabled visa pathway to settlement, which is for skilled worker visas and definitely we also have settle in the UK as a tech talent. This again, we have a promo running for 2024 for this package. This combines the global talent, the innovator founder visa, the skilled worker, and we give you an eMigr8 as an organization gives you triple guarantee that this is a sure bet to get you across to your dreams or get closer to you relocating to the UK if the UK is your destination. All right. So I spoke about our community. All right, we have the eMigr8 community. These are robust communities across the various platforms that you can see on your screen now. All right, WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can join any of the platform. The idea really is be interactive in the platform, right? And you're going to learn a lot. You're going to get a response to your questions. There are going to be coaches that are going to take interest in your question and give you real answer. So if you join the community, it doesn't pay to be quiet, right? You have to interact, ask questions, help out, also be available to also help out. The information you volunteer and information you share those are the kind of information that stick deeper with you. Those are the knowledge that you easily remember. So it's a platform, it's a community where we share information, right, across, verified information, I must say. And these are information that you can verify from any of the visa issuing office or website, right, be it the Home Office or Technician or the Canadian startup visa desk. This information also are on public domain, so you can also do where to research them and to verify them yourself, right? So these are the eMigr8 communities. I would say that the WhatsApp community is a bit controlled. So I ask everybody, you appeal to you to join the Telegram community and signify interest if you prefer WhatsApp, and the admin would see to it that you're moved to the WhatsApp community. All right. All right. So if you have questions so far, please drop those questions on the chat, and I will get to those questions shortly. Right. eMigr8 is a startup that's incubated by a brand called Bincom Dev Center. And the goal for Bincom Dev Center is to make you technically attractive. So Bincom Dev Center is a technology hub, right, where you can learn, gain exposure, gain experience, work, intern, across various technology stack, right? So the Bincom Dev Center runs a program called the Bincom Global Tech Program, which is a 2 year, 1 to 2 year program for anything technology. So if you want to learn, for example, AI, or you want to learn back end, front end, Python, machine learning, if those are the core interests that you have, right, we'll take you on a beginner to intermediate to an expert level through the Bincom Global Tech Program. Right. The promise of value here is that you're going to learn skills, right? You're going to learn skills. You're going to be exposed to real life projects, and you're going to gain experience, right? So that's the promise of value. And with that, you can start building your Stack Overflow, your portfolio, your GitHub account and profile to be able to apply for jobs and subsequently become very attractive enough to move to a new market. So it's a brilliant platform for early starters, for beginners, right? I would advise that if you know anyone that is a beginner, or if you are a beginner yourself, Bincom.net/global tech is where you want to go to start. There's a short form there. Once you fill it, our admin staff will get across to you and inform you on the next cohorts, right? We also have a program. Bincom also runs a program called Become a Tech Talent. Now, this is a paid program, right, that preps you to be attractive in the UK market, right? So it goes for £1,000 for 3 months. And what are you going to be doing there? You're going to be offered tech training, right? And you're going to be offered tech career coaching sessions, and you're going to also be offered tech apprenticeship with a UK company, right? So these packages put together and at a discount, if you ask me. So if you're looking at the UK, if you already have experience in your local markets, be it in Ghana or in Kenya or in Nigeria or anywhere in the world, and you want to exploit the UK market, right? This is a fantastic channel to go through, right? This is a fantastic channel to go through, right? Go to bincom.net/global tech, right? Global tech to register, or send an SMS or WhatsApp message to the number you see on your screen, right? To the number you see on your screen. So Bincom also have other programs, other services. For example, the Bincom mentoring platform is a fantastic service. It's a fantastic platform that you want to also take advantage of. If you are a mentor or a mentee, right? You want to look at the Bincom mentorship program. What does this offer? It gives you an opportunity as a mentor to go through to have mentees that you can mentor. As a mentor, right? You are exposed to connecting you to mentees, and as a mentee, it connects you to a mentor, right? And most of the visa routes and most of the visa channels that we go through, that you would connect through, will ask you if you have mentorship experience, right? Is one of the requirements we saw this in the Canadian startup visa. It's also a criteria it's one of the criteria in the technician for Australia and from the UK. So if you are a mentor, it speaks to your credibility and speak to the fact that you're an expert in your field. So you want to take advantage of that. If you're a mentee also, you want to take advantage of the knowledge that these mentors have and begin to implement it on your journey, right? So it's open to both mentor and mentee. So we look at the Bincom mentorship platform, right? If you want to join, if you just go to the Bincom mentorship platform .org, just Google Bincom mentorship platform, and you find that. I'll also share the link right on the channel for you guys to take advantage of that, right? We have if you notice what everything I've been saying around Bincom. Bincom is a technology hub, and everything is geared towards making you globally attractive. Geared towards making you a tech star, right? So a tech expert, right? So we have a platform called the Last by Bincom. This is an amazing platform. So if you're in tech and you're into cloud or you're into services or consultancy, most of the visa routes looks at product-led digital technology. So they don't look at consultancy. So if you're in consultancy within tech, right, or you're in services within tech, you want to take advantage of Last by Bincom because it allows you to build products, right? It gives you an opportunity to start your own startup, right? It allows you to build product. So it's a 3 to 6 months program for 3 to 6 months program, Last by Bincom. It allows you work in a team of 3 to 10 individuals who are also trying to build products. So we have a product manager, you have a graphic designer. We bring all these skill sets together. You have a front-end developer, you have a back-end developer. You guys come together to make a cohort, right? And with that, you build your own startup, right? The program serves as a practical learning opportunity to improve your career. And any product that you build there, you can use that in your portfolio to get a job, put that in your portfolio to apply for for visa, right? And it can be scaled, or it will be scaled to into the market in general. So you are sure that the product you are building is not just going to end as an experiment. It's actually a product that will be rolled out into the market. So Bincom.net/labs is where you want to go to, right, to build that experience, to build that exposure, to also connect and just know what it takes to build a product. People keep saying product, startup. What does it actually take? So Bincom, that is a platform, right? That is where you want to go to build that experience or to build that portfolio, right? Fantastic. If you have a question, like I said, you want to put it in the chat, right? Other services also include coaching, the Bincom Tech Career Coaching Services. This is geared towards recruitment and headhunting service. So if you're looking at recruitment, if you're looking at going to have going to applying for a job in new markets, right? You're looking at recruiting into a new ecosystem, all right, maybe in the US or in Australia or in the UK. All right, this is a platform that can coach you in that process, right? It's part of the eMigr8 premium service that eMigr8 offers also, right? So if you want to land your next role faster, you want to build relevant experience in your target country, you want to connect to tech recruiters, and you want to look out for job with work visa sponsorship, right? This is one opportunity, or this is a platform you want to come to, right? So it's bincom.net/career tech career coaching. It is an amazing platform. We have a lot of success stories within this route also, and so you want to you have to take advantage of that. So back to eMigr8 and what we do. I've talked about the various visa routes that we offer, the UK, the US, Canada, right? I'm just going to give you a sort of a grand scheme to show you if you are considering any of these visa routes, or if you know anyone considering any of these visa routes, right? This is the slide you want to share with them, right? So feel free to take a picture, feel free to send it to your connections, your relationships, your colleagues at work to say, are you interested in Canada? Are you interested in France? I know a platform that have coaches that can walk you through this visa route. So first on our list is the UK Innovator Founder Visa. This is suitable for founders, right? It's also suitable for startups. So if you have a business and you think you have a market in the UK, right? We can. You think you have a market in the UK, right? Fantastic. With the UK Innovator Founder Visa, you're able to move yourself and your business to the UK. We also have the International Entrepreneur Payroll, the EP visa for the US, right? We have the startup visa for Canada. We have the French tech visa for founders also of a startup, and we also have the German startup visa, right? So we have the business innovator visa for Australia. So these are visas that are focused on startups. So if you have a startup, you have a business that you're running, and you're looking for new markets to launch in or migrate to, right? This visa opportunity speaks specifically to you, right? And I would encourage you to take advantage of any of the visa opportunity, depending on the country you want to go to, right? We also have talent visas that we focus on. So Global Tech Talent is one of those talent visas, right? It's one of these talent visas for the UK. We also have the O1 visa for the US, the talent visa. We have the Global Talent Stream for Canada. We have the French visa for France, and we have the eBlue visa for Germany and the Global Talent visa for Australia. Right, you notice that the Australian and the UK have they are both called the Global Talent visa. The difference is that the endorsing body for the UK is the Tech Nation, so it's also called the Tech Nation visa. We have the skilled workers on employment-based visas That is for skilled workers going to the UK, the EB1 and EB2 visa going to the US, the temporary work visa for Canada. So any of these visa route, we have coaches, we have experience, we have success stories, good success stories that we can put in front of you, right, to inspire you. One, we also have success story that we also have coaches that can work with you if you are on any of these paths to make sure you land in your dream country. So for us, the goal is making you globally attractive to the point that these nations will extend to you invitation, right, or give you endorsement to apply to come into their economy, to apply your trade as a skilled worker or as a startup founder, right? So these are both this for us is what we do, and we have coaches that are willing and ready. So we have the free, like I said before, we have a lot of freebies within the eMigr8 ecosystem. We also have the paid version because some people want customized services, and you have to cater for those type of service also. But largely, if you come into our ecosystem, you will get a free information for starters. Right. Do we have questions? I'm not seeing a lot of questions in the chat. Right. So, pardon me. So the common denominator for these visas are the fact that they need you to be globally attractive, and that's why eMigr8 is here. That is what we try to do at eMigr8 to make you globally attractive, right? The visa opportunities that we currently focus on will give you pathway to settlement, right, and to allow you move your family. You must have heard in the news. Sorry, excuse me. You must have heard in the news the recent visa update across the world, not just in the UK, but Canada, I think in the US also, right? Talking about dependent visas and stuff like that. But for tech visas, they allow you move, largely allow you move with your family, your spouse. There's no restriction. So you want to take advantage of that now that that offer is available. They are beginner friendly, so you can literally plan. You can plan and walk your way through, right? And from stage one, being a beginner to being an intermediate and being an expert, and you can look at that, so that journey, right? And we can work things through with a coach attached to you. Have a dedicated roadmap that you can follow to the point where you become globally attractive. So they are beginner friendly. So if you're a tech enthusiast in the room and you're wondering where do I start from, you can actually start from the beginning, right? We have a lot of beginners. Everybody that's an expert today was once a beginner. So right, we focus on tech-enabled visa opportunity. I just wanted to say that again, and we have discussed in depth various visa routes, so you can go back and binge on those. This list is not exclusive, by the way, which just for this presentation to be able to drive home the point, right, that these visas are family friendly and they allow you move with your spouse, and they are business friendly, so you can actually start a business. You can move and work for yourself in some of the talent visas, right? So we will, expatiate on that when we have the opportunity to coach you, right? We also have what we call the eMigr8 Tech Enabled Visa Landscape Report. If you're interested, we can share with you, right? It's a report of 2023, all right, what happened in 2023. The report will help you understand the visa route, the changes that came out, the update that were done. It will also help you forecast some of the changes that might be coming in the future, right? Just to give you information that you can use actually, right, to make proper decision as regards to where you want to go to and how you want to go about it, right? So that again is it's available. We'll share the link with you for everyone that is interested. So I've talked about eMigr8 and I've talked about what we do. And I know there are people in the room that say, okay, I have a lot of questions. I don't qualify. So this is where, right, or how do I qualify for this, right? I would stop sharing and ask and take questions now, right? So if you have questions with regard any visa route, this is your opportunity. It's an open coaching session today, right? We're not going to be telling you about somebody's story. We want to hear your story. We want to hear the bottlenecks you're experiencing. I want to see how we can, give you information, put you in contact with the right information that will be useful to your journey, and that will be useful to your peculiarity, right? So if you have questions, this is the time. Um, I'm waiting on questions, guys. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? I can see on the chat that somebody could not hear me. Or please type your question, right, so that we give everybody opportunity to ask their question. Right. Please type your question so that we give everybody opportunity. So your question, okay, hi. Um, my question goes this way: do I need to have a certification? Like for me, I want to write my CCNA exam. How do I get started with your program? Right. So we have, first of all, our goal is to make it globally attractive, right? And in doing that, we have to work with the guidelines that the various visa routes have made available, right? So we need to know, where you headed, where do you want to go to, for example, all right? And we would can advise rightfully. Most of the visa route are more focused on experience, I would say. Like, what have you done? I mean, what have you done in the ecosystem more than how many certification you have? Not to say your certification is not important, right? It is very important, but most visa routes are more focused on what have you done, right? In terms of in the tech ecosystem, what are your achievements? What are your contribution, right? Because remember, they are trying to attract the best, the best experts to their economy, to their ecosystem. So what have you done? It will be the first question that they will be asking, right? So please, by all means, go for your CCNA exam, but also pay attention to what you have. Pay attention to what are you delivering as of today for the ecosystem that you believe that you belong to, right? What are you delivering? We have a platform within Bincom Dev Center that allows you build skills and competence, right? So from the Bincom Global Tech Program um, to Last by Bincom that I made mention of, right? These allow you build core competence that you can share or use in applying for your visa, right? Thank you. Do you also assist to get international remote? Yes, we have. So let me read that. Um, so let me stop sharing this so that I have the full screen, right? Thank you. Um, do you also assist to get international remote tech and tech jobs or programs? Yes, we do. We have a platform that connects you to recruiters, right? We have a platform that connects you to recruiters in different markets. So that exists. You want to speak with one of our coaches, so you simply join the community, right? If you join our community, we would be able to advise you on how to go about that, and what are these recruiters looking at for, what skill set are they looking out for, what experience level are they looking out for. We will be able to advise you in details on that, right? So let's bring in the question. The reason why I asked that we type so that we can go over a lot more question a lot more quicker, right? So as for the global talent visa, have you seen a Scrum Master that got right? Have you seen a Scrum Master that got to the UK via that route because I am one, right? Fantastic. So yes, there are Scrum Masters, there are project managers, there are product managers who are also Scrum Masters that have gotten the technician visa, right? I can say that confidently to you, right? They are tech there are scrum masters, there are project managers that have gone through and have gotten endorsement, right? So you want to put your success story together, right? You want to put your success story together. You want to put your experience and competence, what you have done, remember they pay attention to what have you done, how have you contributed, it's so the tag is not just Scrum Master, but what have you done with your Scrum Master to contribute to the growth of technology in your space. So that's what they're doing. They're thinking about what product have you bettered, or what product have you put out, right? So yes, that is what um so that's what we are looking at, right? All right. Over to the next question. I have product management experience working with a consulting firm, but in the product-led arm for 4 years, and now I'm working at the product-led company. Fantastic. So you're in the right place. Started in November 2023. I am also a mentor. What step can I take to work towards migrating by early 2025? What's the best program for me? So you are in the right path, right? You are in the right path. You have good experience consulting for the pro-led arm, right? And you are now working directly with the pro-led arm. Now, a program that you can do just to better your chances is Labs by Bincom, where you can join hands in building a different product. So you just have two products on your portfolio. But I tell you, if you work with the product team for another 1 year, you have a good enough chance to apply. What I would say to you is join our community, and I have a gift for you at the end of the session. In fact, I have a gift for you now. I will offer you a 15 minutes consulting session, right? Just to understand where you are, what you have, and which of the visa route would you be interested in, so we can look at the criteria. So as you're working, you're working against the criteria. You're looking at the criteria that you are building, right? So yeah, that is something. I would say to you, congratulations, you're already on the right path, right? You're already on the right path. Fantastic. Hi back. Hi to you. I work remotely with a US company as a front end engineer for 2 years now, as a contractor. Fantastic. That's good experience, right? I I'm also building a small platform as a startup to help in application. What route do you think I will qualify for? Fantastic. So technician has two visa routes, well, not two visa, two category. So exceptional promise and exceptional talent. So you can fall into the technician, the talent route, which is the exceptional promise route, right? But we need to be able to take a look at what you have been doing, right? And what are the success stories? Do you have a product in the market, right? For example, do you have a product in the market? How well is the product doing? How many people are using the product? Do you get? So we need to crystallize all those. So what I would say to you is, and also to the gentleman that was doing consulting and is already working for the product led arm of his business, right? You start writing your story, because at the end of the day, when you're applying for a talent visa, they want to know your story, your journey. How far have you come? What have you been doing? What have you learned in the process? And those are the things they want to know. So start, sort of writing those stories, right? And we can review that and say, okay, you need to now improve on this criteria, or you have enough to apply for this criteria. But fantastic, you you are definitely in the right place. You're definitely in the right place, and you can apply for any of the talent visa, either the technician talent visa, which is what I would recommend because you have less than 5 years experience. So technician has a category called exceptional promise, right? So fantastic. Um, you guys have been an amazing audience today, right? So a team member of mine has done me a favor by putting the link to our communities, right? So if you are interested, I offered somebody a coaching section, but you have to redeem that. You have to be in the community because I can't speak to anybody outside the community. Our coaches can't speak to anybody outside the community. So you want to join our community. Um, Somebody's asking, I'm a Scrum Master with Scrum Master certification. How do I get a job remotely and get a job in? So your focus is the UK, Canada, or US. So there are different platforms to get a job remotely. First the first straight answer is, have you been applying? If you have not been applying, right, or you need coaching, we have a headhunting service, right, at eMigr8, where we'll connect you to recruiters in the UK who can take a look at your CV and decide if they want to hire you or if they have a client that is looking for you, right? So that is available, right? But it's a paid service. I have to say it upfront, right? Because it's not done by our coaches just alone. We're taking the time of these recruiters in the UK. Is paid for. Their time is paid for, so it's a paid service, but it's a guaranteed service that can leverage on to get jobs in the UK, remote gigs in the UK. But there are remote platforms that you can leverage on, right? To be able to extend. There are remote platform that you can leverage on to be able to apply for job across the markets that you have listed. I think you've listed Canada, you listed the US and the UK, right? But if you join the community, we're able to take you through a journey and understand what are your qualifications, right? We have the tech career coaching platform that would allow you that will take you through that would give you more clarity on how to go about applying for jobs, where to apply, where to look, right? What are you missing out on your CV if you're not getting recruiter calls, right? What exactly are the recruiters looking out for? What are the new keywords, that they are looking out for? So those are some of the things that we can help you do. CV review is something we do in the community. And the beauty of the community is that somebody else in the community can actually review your CV for you. So it doesn't have to be a coach, right? That's why it's a community. And you can tag team with somebody and say, please take a look at my CV. What do you think? Can you critique? If you were a hiring manager, would you hire somebody with the CV? So things like that just put you in a better position, right, to be able to apply for a remote job, anywhere in the world. So yes, please join the community and we can further the conversation. The links to the communities are there. The easiest community to join at the moment is the Telegraph community. The Telegram community. I keep calling it Telegraph. The Telegram community, right? Is one of the fastest to join, one of the most active also. The WhatsApp community is also active, but it's a controlled community, I must say. So if you are in the Telegram community and you want to move to the WhatsApp community, signify, and the admin in the Telegram community will move you to the WhatsApp community. So it's not restrictive; it's just controlled, right? At the moment. But however, the information across all our communities. We have the LinkedIn community, we have the YouTube community where you have videos, editions, past, present editions that we have done that you can watch and you can learn from and get information from, rich insights on this visa application process. And you can also learn from people. If you're a backend developer and you're wondering, I don't get to speak to the client, I just write my code. Do I ever qualify for this kind of visa opportunity? Yes, we have had successes with backend developers who have applied and they've gotten endorsement and they've moved on to this market and they've shared their stories and the videos are somewhere around the internet, so you can on YouTube and on Google, so you can leverage on those also. All right. For the French and German equivalent of the UK Global Talent Visa, can an applicant apply even if they can't speak French or the German language? Yes, 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 you can. The beauty of technology is that technology has its own language. Well, if you can speak French or speak German, it's an added advantage. Nobody would take that away from you. It's an added advantage. But if you've built a platform anywhere in the world, right, that is amazing, that is doing well, guess what? The French government will give you an invitation to come and build a replica or something close to that or something like that, within their ecosystem also. So there's no language barrier, right? Technology, we all speak Python, we all speak Java, we all speak the different technological language, depending on where you are and what's your journey, right? So that again, you can apply. And most of this country have English as their second or third language. So it's not like English is completely missing in these countries. Is the fact that French or German is their primary, is their first language. And by the way, most of these opportunities, especially if you're working remotely, you also have people working for this organization that are working remotely. So English is usually somewhere in the mix, right, in those countries. So being able to speak French is an added advantage, but it's not compulsory, right? Being able to speak German is an added advantage, but it's not compulsory. But I would advise that when you get into this ecosystem, you please do invest a bit of time in learning the language so that you can build relationship within the ecosystem. So that's the beauty of being able to speak the language, right? So yes, thank you. Right. So that again, it's very important, and everybody should take advantage of that. So don't be limited by language, right? Put your best foot forward, and trust me, these nations will come looking for you, right? I'm not sure most of the unicorns that we have today operating in this market. I'm not sure they can speak the languages of all the market they're operating, right? There are different tools that you can leverage to be able to make your work more effective in those markets, right? So fantastic. So do your research on those tools also while you're at it, but don't let that stop you from applying. All right. More questions, please. So I think there should be a webinar on Bincom Dev Center. Do you have online participants? Can we have presentation from guys that was successful via Bincom? Oh yeah, so the Bincom classes are largely remote, right? Hybrid and remote classes depend on your availability. So they are largely remote classes, all right? So you're not going to a physical location, right? Unless you absolutely need to. Most times when you go to a physical location, it's because the team that you are working with just wants to have a physical touch, right? And connect to somebody that is close to them. So it's remote. And if you go to the Bincom platform, there are testimonials of success stories, people that have gone through Bincom Academy. So they are go to Bincom Dev Center, right? They are on any of the social media platform. They have testimonials there, and on the web page, Bincom.net / Bincom Academy, Bincom Global Tech. There are testimonials on those pages, so you can go on these pages and you know go through. And if you want any of those testifiers, as I put it, if you want to speak directly to them, you want them to mentor you or coach you, we are open to also doing those connections, right? Just to make you more comfortable, and also give you to also put you in a room around mentors that can help you grow faster, right? I have a question. That's why we're here. So today is open day, right? Open sessions, and we're just going to be answering questions with irrespective of the visa that you're applying for or your journey where you are, right? Today is us listening to you, right? Tell us this is where I am, this is the difficulty I'm having, how do I navigate it? And we're able to help you, give you information that you can use, right? So it's a good day to ask all the questions you need to ask, right? You can also ask these questions in the community, and a coach is going to be available to answer you. But since we're here, but feel free, ask your questions, and we're going to provide more clarity, as much clarity as possible, to those questions. And if we need to follow up on those questions, we're going to create a one-on-one session, a coaching session, to be able to follow through, just to make sure you have the information you are looking for, and you are able to move forward in your journey. Right. So I have a question. For my case, I have a tech business and I have a software product that I built, and it's currently used in some institution, 5 institutions for now. I like to just pause there to say congratulations. You're doing an amazing work, right? Right. So that is a phenomenon that you have a product that is being used by 5 institutions. That's amazing, right? How do I build a portfolio? How do I build a portfolio? It's a business, right? It's easy to build a portfolio, right? You already have a portfolio, you already have a business, you already have a product, and you have people using your portfolio, your product. That's a portfolio already, right? It's just to put it together, right? I'm not sure if you're looking for the structure of building a portfolio, right? Your portfolio can just be your CV with your product that you're using, the companies that is using them, the amount of users, the amount of revenue that comes in, and what are you doing monthly, so you can crystallize those things in a document, and that's your portfolio, and you can put that in front of anybody to say, this is what I'm doing, right? So that's one. But let's go on. How do I build a portfolio? It's a new business. How do I certify my software products? And though I don't have any certification yet, but it is all pending. You spoke about writing stories. How do I go about that? So fantastic, right? You already have a business. You already have a solution that has traction, right? That's something that nobody can take away from you. You have a solution that has traction, right? So amazing work. Congratulations once more. All right. How do you certify it? The people using your product have certified it. So you don't need a certification to say this is the product. You already have customers. Hopefully, they are paying customers. So people are using your product to solve their problem, or your product is solving a problem or a need for 5 institutions. That's enough validation that you need. Right, that's enough. You don't need any certification apart from registering the business and having the certification, right? Or from uh, the business registering office, the CAC, and all, right? So that you have to do that. I'm sure you should have done that. If you have 5 institutions, that means you have a registered business, right? That's good enough. And you have 5 institutions for now that are using your product. That's validation enough that your product works and is solving a problem, right? So you are in a good place, right, to apply for any talent visa. But we will have to also we will have to also look critically at the um, qualification criterias, right? For the talent visa. So we have the mandatory qualification criteria and the optional qualification criteria, right? So we can look into that, within the ecosystem. We can have a session and we can look into that. But you're in a good place. How do you write your story? It's like writing a personal story. Where did you start from, right? Graduated from uni. I saw this problem. I built this platform, and it's solving this problem, right? So that's you writing about your story and what you have done for the ecosystem. It's like a CV, but not in the regular CV manner. You can use that as a guide, right? To say, but you can just write generally. It's a story of your journey. You can get a journal and just write, like you journaling your day-to-day progress, right? You can just write stuff like that. Don't worry about um the volume. Just write. You know, from that sheet or from that write-up, we can start crystallizing the various key achievements within your story, and we can highlight that and use that as both mandatory and optional criteria. So and when you're applying for a talent visa. So you're in a good place. You don't need to certify your product. Your customer base has validated your product, right? You have traction. You have five institutions already using your product, right? And I believe your product is I believe your product is registered, right? So that is good enough. You have a team, I want to believe. You have to put that together. You have customer base. Are they paying clients? What is the growth rate? You first of all, you onboarded one institution, you onboarded the second. What is the growth rate? Is it 30%? Is it 50%? You want to put all those together, right? And that's what you need, not certification. But I would say congratulations, for being able to start a business and scale it, right? That's amazing. That's amazing, right? Thank you. Thank you. I will also advise you to join the community so we can put you in front of a coach that can take a look at your journey critically and where I can be able to advise more specifically, right, to what you can do next in terms of applying for a talent visa if you're interested in talent visa, or if you're interested in the innovator founder visa, we can also advise on that also. Innovator founder visa is a visa for founders, right, as the name suggests. So if you have a business or you have a startup, right, that you think has a market in the UK, right? So this is focused in the UK. You think have a market in the UK, you can, right, apply through Innovator Founder Visa to move your business to the UK, launch your business in the UK, and do your own startup journey. You can HQ your business in the UK. You can run a branch in the UK, whatever you want to do. And there's also the Canadian startup visa. We have a partnership with a Canadian firm, right? An accelerator program. They will help you facilitate you getting um, into an accelerator in Canada with your startup. So that is the easiest and fastest way to connect and get into Canada as a tech expert. So those three options are available to you. So it's either you do a talent visa, right? You have a product that you're skilled in already. You can do this talent visa, which is technician visa. You can do the innovator founder visa. You can also do the Canadian startup visa, right? So the talent visa and the innovator founder visa is focused on the UK. The Canada startup visa is focused on Canada. So you have those options to look through, right? So if I was you, I would be googling what is the startup visa for Canada, what is technician. Go to technician.io, and read about their mandatory criteria, and optional criteria. Go to Home Office and read about innovator founder visa. When I say Home Office, UK.gov.uk, right? You can find those information there. Then if you join our community, we have coaches that can sit with you and crystallize all this, and give you time to be able to make the best decision that suits your business, right? So fantastic. Thank you for coming. Thank you for that question. Hope that helps. Right. Thank you. I have a question here. Are there templates of this document that you guys can share that applicant can use as a guide while collating their materials? All right, fantastic. That's a good question. Depending on the coach, again, we talk to we are able to work with people that are within our communities, right? So we can't just put the templates outside of the community because somebody has to guide you, right? Um, yes, you can reach us through the Telegram. Fantastic. Thank you. So we can just put a template because somebody has to guide you, just giving you a template alone. You can use that template and still not put the right things in the right places. Somebody has to guide you, somebody has to review when you're done. So that is why I said we don't technically put our template out of our community because we want to be able to walk you through the process. Yeah, so there are templates you can use, right? But the coach has to share those templates with you. But the beauty of it is that everything is freely given these days because there are templates online. If you just Google the different things you want to do, you can find templates that you can use, right? So the beauty of the community is that yes, you have a template, but you have somebody working with you to make sure you are executing correctly, right? So that's the beauty of the community, right? So for example, if you're applying for any of the talent visa, right? If you're applying for any of the talent visa, you are requested to have three referees, right? These are people that you've worked with for at least for a minimum of 1 year that can vouch and vouch for your character and your work rate and your work ethics. So those how do I get those referees, for example? We can advise, right? Those referees have to write you a reference letter. They can write any they can choose to write you a reference that how they choose, but they also template that can help them guide in such a way that they tick the boxes for the questions that technician wants you to answer while they are writing you a recommendation letter. So those are the things I can share. But definitely, if you're working with any of our coaches, he or she is able to walk you through the template. Otherwise, just giving you a template um, doesn't necessarily mean you 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 get it you have it all together yet, because you also need to review when you're done, right? Hope that helped. Right. So thank you. Okay, next question. Do I qualify? So if I've answered your question and it helps and you're clear, please just give me a thumbs up so that I know that you know I've answered your questions and you are good, right? If I've not answered sufficiently, you want to ask a follow-up question, right? You want to ask a follow-up question, please go ahead and ask a follow-up question so that we can unpack this, right? Do I qualify for the US talent route as a self-taught developer since my bachelor's degree is in science and not in the tech field? So that's a fantastic question, right? So again, the O1 visa um, focuses again on your achievement. So it's not about, well, a lot of people will say qualifications are part of your achievement, which I agree with you, right? But the focus is your achievement of the impact you have made in your field. So what we do is to sit down with individuals to curate their journey and highlight their achievements. What have you achieved, as a developer? The fact that you're self-taught is not a limiting factor at all. It's a plus, right? But beyond teaching yourself, what have you done? Have you built a product? Is the product in the market? Do you have paying clients? Do you have paying customers? How long has that product been in the market? So those are the kind of questions that you want to answer, all right, to put yourself in a good position for the US O1 visa, right? So they are looking out for what you have done, the impact that you have made with your skill sets, not necessarily the fact that you have the skill set, right? So having the skill set is a plus, right? It's a fantastic achievement. But what have you done in terms of what are the impacts? What have you done with respect to having the skill set? Now you've taught yourself. Have you built a product? Have you worked in a team? Have you been involved in a project, a global project, a big project? What role did you play? Things like that. Those are the kind of questions that you want to answer and put forward to the assessor. So because remember, you know, somebody's going to pick up your application, and this person does not have you in the room, but they have to be able to read your application and say, oh, this is a good talent, right? This person has done X, Y, Z, right? This person definitely needs to be in our market. So that's what you want to do. You just want to convince whoever is going to pick your application that you're the best person. Yeah, that's it. So your education is very important, right? It goes to show um your skill sets, the knowledge that you have, right? But it also gives you an opportunity to be more impactful. But now, how impactful are you? So those are the kind of things you also want to curate, right? Uh, And the fact that your degree is not in the field of technology is not a limiting factor, right? The goal is, are you what are your impacts, basically? Yeah, there are a lot of people in technology doing amazing things today that that are medical doctors. They went to school and studied medicine, but they're in tech today. I know a product manager who studied as a medical doctor and is a product manager today. He's not practicing as a doctor, so it doesn't limit you. It's what you want to do, where's your passion, and how aggressive do you want to chase your passion. You know. All right, fantastic. I need to join your core to build a product. How do I join? So go to bincom.net/labs, right? Labs. So that's the place you want to go to. Bincom.net/labs, right? It's That's where you want to go to. And you just register, and the admin guys would get across to you, right, and add you to the next cohort, right? And this is for everybody that is in tech, or you're a tech enthusiast. You want to build a startup. You want to understand the intricacies of how a startup work, how a product work. Or you are in consulting, you've never built a product, you're in consulting. Most of the visa routes would not, they are not friendly to consultants, if I can put it that way. They are looking for those people that will come in and build. They already have a lot of consultants in their field, in their space. So they are looking for people that have experience in building products. And they're looking for people that will come in and build. So yeah, you want to leverage Bincom, last by Bincom, right? Labs by Bincom. So if you go to bincom.net/labs, you can join the next cohorts, right? Amazing. All right, you can join the next cohort. So yeah, and if you join any of the community, you can also signify interest that you want to join a cohort for building products and building a startup. Yeah, we'll be able to progress you on also. So those are two channels to join. Yes, you can reach out via Telegram anytime, right? Anytime you can. Okay, I just answered yours. I just joined the community and I landed to leverage. It's just all right. Fantastic. Thank you for joining. Just a quick one, like how many product does an application need to have evidence of to get an endorsement in the UK Global Talent? One product is sufficient. One fantastic product is sufficient, right? Right. If you have more than one, it's an added advantage. It's fantastic. But all you need is one working product that has success story, right? That is sufficient, right? So you don't need to have more than one. But if you have more than one, fantastic, right? So if you've worked in multiple products, it just puts you in a better position when telling your story that I have this experience, right? So when telling your story that I have this experience, right? But so if you have one product that you built from scratch that um everybody is using now, it becomes a unicorn, right? It's fantastic. So one product is enough. More than one is an added advantage. More than three, added advantage. It just goes to prove your expertise level, but it doesn't change the fact that they're assessing you based on impact. As long as that one product has you have a major contribution or a major role in delivering that product, and there are impacts that you can share, yeah, you're good to go. Okay, and then you said something about exceptional promise or exceptional talent. That's what you meant to say. Do you mean showing some? All right. So the technician, if you are targeting any of of the talent visas, particularly technician visa, right? Global talent visa, which is the technician is the endorsing body, right? The global talent visa has two broad categories, right? So there's something called the exceptional talent visa and the exceptional promise visa. Now, the exceptional talent category and the exceptional promise category, right? So the exceptional talent, it's for individuals with more than 5 years experience in tech. So you've been working, building tech product for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You have good record portfolio to show. You have good portfolio, rich portfolio to show that you have been working. You are a suit leader. You built a team, a team lead, right? Or you are a startup founder. You know, you've been building your tech stack for that long time. Technician will generally appraise you as an exceptional talent, right? Now, if you have experience less than 5 years, so between 3 to 5 years, all right, and so you have a startup that you've been in for 2 years or 3 years, you have been a tech employee or talent across multiple products for 2, 3 years, or for 3, 4, 5 years, right? Or technician will appraise you as an exceptional promise, right? So that's just a broad definition for both, right? For the other difference is, as an exceptional talent, when you get endorsed, you have 3 years to live in the country before you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. But as an exceptional promise, you have 5 years to live in the country before you get indefinite leave to remain, right? Which is the UK version of what they call PR, right? So that's just the difference. So it's open. Depending on your experience level and the number of years you have invested in building your portfolio, you can apply for anyone. I've seen a situation where people apply for. We've seen a situation where people apply for exceptional promise, and they were upgraded by technician and given exceptional talent, right? So it depends on what you put forward. And so if you put a lot of information forward, and these information that can be validated, which is very important, they can validate this information to be true, right? They more often they upgrade people to exceptional talent when they are endorsing, based off the skill sets and the level of investment that you have. All right. Do we have more questions? We have less than 10 minutes to wrap up today's edition, right? So if you have questions, this is the best time to ask them. This is the best time to ask your question. Okay. All right. So today is a general open coaching session, and I hope we've given enough information that you can use. And we also have been able to show you, how you can join our communities, right? So if you have more questions, so please feel free to put it in the chat, and we'll get to it, right? I just wanted to quickly, for those that joined late, right? Today we talked about open coaching session, right? We talked about generally across all the visa routes that eMigr8 has coaches and are coaching individuals and corporates, right? So yeah, this is not just open to just individual. We also coach corporates. So if you're looking to move your business, move your team to new markets, we have those packages for you also that suits your team, right? If you are quite busy as a city leader, we have customized service within the eMigr8 community that we can tailor to suit your schedule and your availability. All right. And we also have coaches that are willing to work with you, within a dedicated roadmap. If you're a beginner and you're wondering, where do I start from? Start from the beginning. It's a fantastic place to start. We all started there, right? And today, we are intermediate, we are experts, depend on how you want to look at it. But the beauty of being a beginner is that you learn from our mistakes and you don't get to make our mistakes, and you move faster because you're not making our mistakes, right? So that's the beauty of being a beginner. So you can have a dedicated roadmap, and we can walk you through. Our goal at eMigr8 is to make you globally attractive, right? So we have partnerships that we can expose you to. For example, the Beacon Global program. It's a program dedicated to beginners that will teach you, tech skills, right? Any of the tech skills you want to learn, front end, back end skills, cloud skills, any of the skills you want to learn, it's available at Beacon Global Tech program, right? It's a 1 to 2 year program. If you're fast, you can do it in 1 year, but you can't do it in less than 1 year because you have to go for it. There's an internship part of the program where you go and gain exposure within the Beacon ecosystem, of course, right? And these are things that the Beacon hub, as I like to put it, because it's a technological hub, has put in place to make it globally attractive. And if you take advantage of these tools and this information that we share every other month when we do our open day, you would move significantly faster to landing your dream job in a new market or relocating to a new market. Now, if you're interested in any of the conversations that we've had so far, right, and you join the community, but you want to take it, you want to talk to somebody, you want to ask a question, feel free to call any of this number or send a WhatsApp message to this number if you're interested, right? And we would take the conversation forward. But I would also say that there are rich information. Most of the information you can get from us via this contact is also available in the WhatsApp community or in the Telegram community, right? So somebody talked about getting a job in somebody asked a question about getting a job in the UK, US, or Canada, and one of the packages we do, right, within the tech, it's called Tech Career Coaching Service, right? One of the service tech career coaching service. It's a coaching and guidance process through recruitment stages, right? So one of the things we do is actively reviewing profile and CV assessments, right? So I wanted to speak to that. We review CV, we review profile, help you put your best foot forward. We help you put in front of a technical recruiter for a short call just to appraise where you can tell and speak to the recruiter, this is what I have, and this is the kind of job I'm looking at for, and stuff like that. And technically, the recruitment phases have 3 phases. We have technical, can you do the job? Are you a culture fit is the next one, and technically the third interview stage is the hiring decision. We can prep you for all 3 stages within the tech career coaching service. We have a platform like this to prep you for all of these stages, right? So if you're looking at that, I just wanted to highlight more about that, right? If you're looking at that, if you're finding it difficult or you're applying, you're not getting feedback, response, you want to come to the tech career coaching service. So it's beacom.net/tech career coaching. That's where you want to go, right? I will review your CV, the opportunities, there are job opportunities opening up, right? If you are in across all the spaces, there are job opportunity opening up. The machine modeling space, the AI space is blowing up at the moment. There's a lot of investment going in that direction. That means a lot of resources are needed, all right, to help deliver some of the products and the ideas that are being imagined and reimagined using AI. There's also job openings around front end, US researchers, things like that. The opportunities coming up. Product management, project management, Scrum masters are needed to be able to manage the different squads and different teams, right, within organizations. So there are jobs opportunity, but you just have to be able to put yourself and you put your best foot forward, put yourself in a position that will attract employers to you. So hope I said that rightly, right? So you can take advantage of those. I think there are more questions. Let me run to that. Can I use a research paper that I was a co-author as a mandatory document? So we have to look at the research paper, right? And we have to also look at what are your best chances if you're going to use that as a co-author, right? It's possible that you can use it. but we need to look at the document in the first place to be able to say, yes, you can use it, or no, you cannot use it, right? Before now, continuous learning used to be one of the mandatory options, but it has been taken out. So continuous learning is not a mandatory, it's not one of the mandatory criteria anymore, right? But of course, you can submit this as part of your evidence. It can be submitted as part of your evidence, but it is one of the mandatories where you ask. Then we need to look at what was the documentation is about, and look at what other information you have that that will be useful. Right. Okay. Thank you. Can I apply for the UK exceptional promise visa after the 1 year being taken? Yes, you can. So the yes, you can. It's not called exceptional promise visa. It's called global talent visa. It has two categories: the exceptional talent category and the exceptional promise category. Right. So it's not the exceptional promise visa. It's global talent visa that you're applying for. I just wanted to state that and make that clear, because you can go to technation.io and get it confused, right? So it's a global talent visa with two broad categories: exceptional talent and exceptional promise. After 1 year of building products, after 1 year, we can review where you are. That speaks again to having a self-directed roadmap, or a roadmap that tracks your progress and things that you have to do, right? So being in the community for 1 year exposes you to a lot of things. You gain knowledge, you gain exposure, you gain experience, right? And many more, right? You get presentation skills, right, within the ecosystem, sharing knowledge and stuff like that. So that will put you in a good position to apply for technician visa, the exceptional promise category. Yes, that will. Okay. All right, guys. I just wanted to run over our promo for our program, I should say, for 2024. This is a very important one. Settle in the UK as a tech talent. This is a promo that's going to be running throughout 2024. It is a triple guaranteed visa route, available to corporate individuals. If you're looking to switch visa, if you're looking for a route that help you move with your family, if you're already in the UK, maybe on a work visa, and you're trying to switch to a talent visa that has more direct and more secured route, this is the certainly in the UK is the visa package you want to leverage, right? You want to leverage. So if you're it's open to both beginner and experts, right? If you're expert in the room, take advantage of it. If you're a beginner in the room, take advantage of it. You can move with your spouse, you can move with your dependent, you can start up your business in the UK. Yes, yeah. You can move with your business, right? And in moving with your business, there are things that needs to be done, right? Things like employing staff, in your new, in registering the business, having a team, right? Those processes, will explain those processes to you in our one-on-one sessions with our coaches, and help you ease through the process, right? There's a pool that you need for investing, if you're moving with your family, if you're moving with your business, right? And the guarantee is that within 3 to 6 month timeline, we're going to land in the UK, right? That is a guarantee, right? So this is going to be running through 2024, but don't waste time, because what we have learned in 2023 is that the immigration laws keeps changing, right? If we learned anything in 2023, is that immigration laws are not static. They are very mobile. So they keep changing. So once you have the opportunities like this, take advantage of it, right? If you're interested in this, please send an SMS or call the numbers you can find on this slide, right? Or go to emigrateVisa.com, right? Any of these will get through to us, and we can put you in a program, right? It's a special program, right? It combines about 3 visa routes together, And that is why we say to you that in 3 to 6 months, we will land you in the UK, right? So this is open. This is settled in the UK as a tech talent. So if you're a tech talent, if you built a product before in tech, if you're a tech enthusiast, if you have a business running in tech and you want to move to the UK, especially because you want to move your business, you have a market in the UK you want to serve, and you are not sure of the visa routes you want to take, this program is available to you. Right. Let's talk about it. Let's put you in front of the right coaches. Let's put you in front of the right tools. Let's put you in front of the right information, and allow you live your dreams. So yeah. So that is our package for the month of February, right? The Binko Open Day program. That is our package, right? I think we have a question. Can I apply for? Yes, you can. I said that. Somebody is talking about investment budget. So it's between 10 to 75, right? And it can be 20, it can be 50, it can be 60, it can be 15, right? But depend on your uniqueness. That is a wide range to accommodate everybody, right? So don't look at that. Look at the fact that in 3 to 6 months you will land you there, right? And this is an investment. This is your investment. It's not being you're not paying eMigr8 that amount. Let me just clarify. You're not paying eMigr8 that amount. You're investing that budget into the UK, and that investment is going to yield returns, right? And we can unpack how to go about those investments when you come into the eMigr8 community and you request to speak to a coach. We can unpack that, right? So um, yes, there's an investment budget that needs to be that you need to be aware of, right? It can be as low as 10,000, it can be as high as 75,000, but there are various ranges, and this is not the amount you pay to be income. This is the amount you invest for the journey. All right. So thank you everybody. This has been amazing. If you got the information, if this was helpful, please put a thumbs up on the and let's just know put thumbs up. Let's know that this was helpful. If we answered your questions, right? Let's know. Thank you. Hmm. I'm not getting the thumbs up. Did we answer questions today? Did we clarify any bottleneck for anybody? I need feedback, guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. It's finally coming through. Thank you. All right. It's good to know that we are helping you, putting you in the right place in terms of giving the right information, giving you the right tools, and putting you in the right community, right? That will help, foster your goals, your dreams, and things you want to do, especially within tech, right? That's what we do, and that's what we hope to continue to do, right? We are not a Thank you. We are not a immigration. We are not an immigration company in terms of immigration lawyers. What we do is we give information with regards to tech immigrations, right, and tech enablement and tech pathways, right, and making you globally attractive. We have success stories, a lot of endorsement in 2023, a lot of the endorsement in 2022. So we've been doing this for quite a bit, right? And so we have coaches that can put you in contact with the information you need to be able to thrive, right? So that is what we do. So when you join the community, please be communal, share information, speak, ask questions, connect to people, right? Let's build together. Let's build a community where we all can help each other. All right. Thank you very much. We're going to be having another edition come real soon. February is a very short month. So before you know it, we have the next open day. Please tell your friends, extend this invitation to your friend. Extend this video is going to be live on YouTube, please extend it, share it with your WhatsApp groups and your communities, and let them know that this platform exists and they can get information, help, and that will help them further their journey along. All right. Thank you very much. Do have a fantastic rest of the month. Pay attention to our social media handles. We're going to be putting out information and updates on what we're going to be speaking on next and who is going to be coming up on the platform next. So thank you, everyone. Do have a fantastic day. And for our followers and users from Nigeria, I see that you guys have qualified to the AFCON what's it called now, finance. So congratulations again to guys joining from Nigeria. All right, so thank you guys. For guys that I gave a 15-minute gift coaching session, please when you join the community, please just let us know that you joined the February open day. In fact, if you are still on the call, once you join the community, say I was in the February 7th open day session and Coach Moody gave me 15-minute coaching session, right? For everybody that's still on the call, that will be my gift to everybody that is still on the call, so we could take a look at your journey. And yeah, please join the Telegram community. The WhatsApp community is a bit controlled, right, because of some restrictions from WhatsApp limitations and here and there. But the Telegram is very available. Join the Telegram community, and we will move you because we need to add you to the WhatsApp community. So we'll move you to the WhatsApp community. So if you are struggling to join the WhatsApp community, just join the Telegram community. So yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Do have a lovely rest of the day and have a fantastic February. Have a good one. Thank you.